We had a debacle a little bit. So, last episode, we were talking about our awesome spot. We were hoping we were going to be able to stay there until we left near the end of July. And I don't know, they worked for Idaho land management conservancy or some noise. They looked like park rangers, basically, came to me, armed guns and everything, pulled up the camp, and they let us know that the logging operations in the area are wanting to log where we were camping, and so they were hoping to get in our area by tomorrow. So they were asking us if we could be out and packed up by tomorrow. So I called James. He rounded up your project best you could in the pouring rain.
So it was just a crappy day for it to happen. I am less than an hour away from finishing this shed, and now we have to clean up camp. And the crappy part was we had just completely set up camp.
Yeah.
Hi friends, this is James and Kara, and we are Kerouacs Cruising.
We are taking you on a journey, traveling the country with our dogs and finding remote places where the dog
And us
can roam free and play while we discuss life's growths, beauty, and some struggles along the way.
We recommend pairing our episodes with our blog at kerouacscruising.com, where we organize accurate information in an easy-to-follow format, removing all of the conversational goodies.
The link for this episode's blog post is in the show notes.
We encourage you to join the conversation by commenting where you listen, engaging with us on Facebook or Instagram at Kerouacs Cruising, or email us at join@kerouacscruising.com.
In the meantime, thanks for tuning in. Sit back and enjoy the journey.
Good morning, friends.
Hi, thank you for joining Kerouacs Cruising. This is James and Kara.
And we are on the road again. We had a debacle a little bit. So, last episode, we were talking about our awesome spot. We were hoping we were going to be able to stay there until we left near the end of July. And I don't know, they worked for Idaho land management conservancy or some noise. They looked like park rangers, basically, came to me, armed guns and everything, pulled up the camp. James is at his son's house building a shed. And they let us know that the logging operations in the area are wanting to log where we were camping. And so they were hoping to get in our area by tomorrow. So they were asking us if we could be out and packed up by tomorrow. So I called James. He rounded up your project. Yeah, best you could. In the pouring rain. It started raining, right?
So it was just a crappy day for it to happen. I am less than an hour away from finishing this shed and have to clean up my tools and whatever, it's just life, I guess. But I had to clean up my tools, work since 8, and now I have to, National Forest out that way. Now I have to get to camp, and now we have to clean up camp. And the crappy part was we had just completely set up camp, pulled out our grill, which was great because we got our pizza oven out. We had
Papa Murphy's.
We had pizza at the campsite the other day. So things were going good. It was a great camp spot. The dogs were contained there.
Yeah.
And we didn't have to leash them. It was just something that we didn't foresee that was going to happen. So now we're packed up, and this was like the only real good spot.
That was close.
Close to my son. So now we're going to be about 45 minutes from them, maybe an hour, because we're going to one of our favorite spots up here by...
It's definitely like a catch-22, right? Because like you said, this is our favorite spot, but we're going to be an hour away from the reason we're here.
Yeah, so we're heading over to Lightning Creek. And if we get a camp spot that's close to the road, or close to the main road, maybe it will only be 45 minutes. But one of the spots that we really like, we know it's an hour 10 minutes away from Ryan and Deidre's. Yeah. So kind of crappy for us.
And to give you some ballpark of how long this day is, we're probably about halfway there right now, and it's 7:17. So
yeah, it just wasn't great timing, really.
Unfortunately, I wish they would have told us yesterday. It's unfortunate. It is what it is. It's no light.
You're camping for free.
Yeah.
Stuff that can happen.
Yeah.
I wish we could find a spot a little closer, but we looked, and even hip camp, because I was like, we'll just get a hip camp. Hopefully we can get one for $20 a night. Everything we looked at is $50 a night.
Yeah.
And that's just too much money.
We might do something like that the weekend right before we leave, just to make things easy. That's a long weekend for Ryan, so it might make things a little easier for us to
Be able to
stay
visit.
closer. But we'll see. It's anything we do that's easier to be closer is more difficult with the dog. So it's difficult
That's the
in one direction and ease in another.
really crappy spot even here at Lightning Creek, because now if we leave the dogs and go, like we're supposed to go climbing on Saturday around noon, we got to leave camp at 11. Well, we're not going to get back to camp till 8 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
So that means Jules is going to pee for sure. So it's we don't know. It's good and bad all the same time.
It's what I would love to happen. They had talked about. We had done a previous episode on Char Falls, and Deidre had mentioned wanting to go to Char Falls again. So really, what would happen in the ideal world, in my opinion, is that they toss out the idea of going rock climbing, and instead we go for a hike to the waterfalls, and they come hang out at camp with us a little bit, so that we don't have to leave. We can cook out, do all that stuff. But we'll see what happens.
I'd love for him to bring his dirt bike out to Lightning Creek.
Absolutely, that would be cool.
That would be fun.
So we'll see what happens. It's, again, like James said, it's, when you're doing the dispersed camp and you're camping for free, not everything's in your hands. There's no life, no matter how glamorous and wonderful it may seem, that is stress-free and without its aches and pains. So that's the aches and pains we're dealing with today.
We camp right there.
Camp right there on the side of the road.
Right on the water.
Solid pull-off.
Actually, right here is a spot.
I don't know if you can camp there. I think it's just a boat launch.
Yeah, I know.
So when we get to camp, it probably won't be tonight. It'll probably be tomorrow while we're hanging out, letting the dogs play in the water and stuff. We'll show you around our campsite and, let you guys know how setting up camp tonight went. We're
not even setting up camp. I'm too tired. I worked all day. It's work. We're just going to drop the axe and crawl in bed.
Eat some ice cream. I think we deserve ice cream.
Ice cream might happen.
All right, you guys. We'll give you the update when we have it. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Good morning, friends.
Hi, thanks for joining us. We were talking yesterday about our bad experience driving over here, and we got kicked out of our campsite. And it was crappy, and it took a long time, but we have found amazing campsite right here. It is everything you could want. The dogs can go swimming when they want. We get to hear the water of the river flowing at night while we're sleeping. And it literally, we have the camper on the edge of the water.
Yeah.
Maybe Kara will get a close-up of it, but it's a perfect spot. It is about an hour from my son's, which that's not perfect. We'll time it and mileage it today because we literally got set up. Well, we didn't even get set up last night. We got here and I just couldn't maneuver the camper for whatever reason.
It was a long, long day. Like he said, he started working on the shed at 8 o'clock in the morning. He got to me around 3. We tore down camp. We drove around first.
Drove around looking for a different site closer.
Then we tore down camp, and then, we went and dumped the trailer because why wouldn't you dump and refill while we're moving?
Got gas, did all the stuff you do, filled the camper with water.
Yeah.
Because now this is going to be
hopefully
a nice 10 days of camping right here. It really is going to be a nice 10 days of camping.
Yeah.
So the only thing we're going to do is I got enough wood for today, but my son burns wood, so we'll get some wood from him. And we're going to have a glorious, glorious camp spot for the next 10 days.
It was great. So like I said, James was exhausted last night. I think we pulled into this site at like 8:30.
Yeah, it was
Sunset's 8:45.
It was dark when
so
we decided
spent
just to say
a
fuck it.
while maneuvering around the area, trying to figure out how we wanted the camper, where we were going to put it. You know, I think it makes sense that the doors of the camper would be on the passenger side, but in his exhaustion last night, I feel like that was something. The wind keeps changing on the smoke. That was something that was like kind of easy to forget that it's on the passenger side, not the driver's side. So we finally just decided the camper's flat enough. We don't need to have it perfect to go to bed tonight. We can just crawl in and go to sleep. So that's what we did. You know, wound down a little bit. You probably crawled into bed a little after 10.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then dogs got up a couple times last night. Unfortunately, I started them on a new supplement yesterday that's supposed to help these two old ladies. And they both had diarrhea yesterday. So Jules actually, you know, on top of everything we had going on, Jules, she was like getting anxious to get out of the car before we found camp. And I had just assumed that it was because she was excited. They know this area. We came here a lot last year. She just wanted to get out of the car to play. She had diarrhea. She ended up pooping in the seat of the car. So I had to clean that up last night. And then Bella couldn't wake us up in time, I guess, last night, or I assume it was Bella, because she's the one who did end up waking me up and ran outside to go to the bathroom. And Bella doesn't usually go to the bathroom overnight. She can like hold it for 10 hours. So that was unfortunate. That added an extra layer to everything we had going on yesterday.
Stresses of life.
Yeah.
We don't have
Poor
very many
babies.
stresses, but the dogs can be stressful.
Yeah. So that was something. So yeah, we just crawled into bed last night, got up quite a few times to let the dogs out to go to the bathroom. And then this morning, after sunrise, it was light. I think I slept my best. And then when I did wake up, it was because Jules wanted to come outside because James had started a fire, this little firework we got going here. And honestly, since we've been on this excursion, we left, what was it, June 21st? This is the first fire we've had. So
Yeah,
I definitely woke up feeling like James is in his element, like he's finally relaxed and comfortable now, and to be having a fire and actually
this is a
camping.
great spot. You know, and the spot we were at, we probably could have had a fire, but it was residential. It was a great spot because it was literally 5 miles from my son's, but there was logging operations going on. And it just wasn't.
Yeah, in the mornings, because of the logging operations, it wasn't nice to sit outside.
Yeah,
and
it was noisy.
It was noisy, yeah, until about noon. And then in the evenings, we've been spending the time with the family. So, and I just feel like it hasn't felt like we were camping because we weren't so disconnected. Like we just constantly had something to do. What's nice, and because we don't have anything set up yet, and we don't know how much we're going to be able to set up. I think we mentioned it when we talked yesterday. The trees here are really thick and dense, so getting our Starlink and our solar set up might be a little bit of a difficulty. So it'll be interesting to see if we can get that all set up. But there's no cell phone service here, like absolutely nothing. Like as soon as you hit National Forest, you've got an O with a line through it.
Like there is not a house probably within 10 miles.
Yeah.
That'd be the closest house. So it's a good spot. It's super quiet. It's got Lightning Creek that runs all year round, ice cold water, mountain glacier water. The dogs love it. It has wildlife abundance, and it also has grizzly bears, so you got to keep a clean sight.
Yeah.
We don't think we'll have a problem with any of that stuff. We just think it's going to be a great time. This is the spot that I'm happy we have. It's kind of crappy to visit the kids, but it'll be worth driving the hour to be able to come back here and have a fire every morning.
I actually feel like we're camping. Like I felt like at the last spot we were living there, you know, like it didn't feel like a camping experience. It was just like, this is just where we're hanging our hat for right now. This feels like a camping experience. The other spot was beautiful. It was very nice, but like you said, you were in a neighborhood. Convenient. It was just off of a neighborhood. It was convenient. So we were always doing things. I was working anytime that we weren't with the kids. I was working. I don't know if we mentioned it in a previous episode, but right before we started this adventure, I started producing a podcast for the Beyond the Cookie Cutter, Mary Black's podcast, which is great. And I absolutely love that I'm doing it. I love the excuse to listen to every single one of her episodes. And I love doing the work, so I'm enjoying that. But added an extra level to the things that I'm already trying to do remotely while we're traveling and while we're trying to visit. Of course, it's nice to have the income. So, I'm going to push through and make it happen. And then I just learned if you know anything about website building or any of that, we had a website with Wix and I don't like it very much. It's kind of clunky and I've learned that it's not great for SEO. And of course, with the goal being trying to grow our podcast, that's not the greatest thing on the planet. So that's about to renew in a little less than a month. So now I'm like on this like timeline to hurry up and get a new website rebuilt on a different platform. And I'm very green at this. My first website I've ever built was the website that we currently use. So now I'm building my second website I've ever built. So it's a lot of things kind of going on in the background all at the same time that I've been trying to push out in our free time. And, while we're trying to spend as much time with the family as possible. So it's kind of been a lot going on. This is the first time where I feel like I'm actually disconnecting and relaxing, really.
This is a great spot, and we have nothing to do till about 3 o'clock, so it's going to be great. I don't know if Kara's going to give you how close the camper is to the water, but she should.
Yeah, well, I will cut this and do a little tour.
I have nothing else to say. I have nothing else to say to you people.
It's time to relax. We love you guys.
All right, friends, ready? Let's check this out. So we have recorded about Lightning Creek in the past, back before we were doing video podcasts. It's been one of our favorite spots for a while now. We came here a lot last summer, but this is a really nice area. The spot we usually go to, the water's a lot rougher, the beach is a lot steeper. There's been a lot of work done here to make this a really great spot. One of the things I love are these gigantic trees. These cedar trees are just gigantic. You can see it's like as wide as the camper there. The beach is nice because the dogs can come in and out of the water as they'd like, especially the old ladies. They really enjoy playing in that ice cold glacier melt water. It was really nice last night to fall asleep to listening to the water trickle. The only downside of this spot, say hi, James.
Hi, James.
Is you can see the roads just right there where the sun's shining. But otherwise, there's a couple of trails that go off of this site that I'm sure we're gonna go check out, explore around. You can see where the site's not clear, how thick and dense this forest is. This is part of, I want to say it's called the Washington rainforest, but it's an inland rainforest, temperate rainforest. And to me, it's a fairy tale wonderland. It's just amazing to walk through here. All the berries and the wildflowers and the thick, dense foliage. There's no place like it on earth to me. If I could just own this little plot of land right here, I'd be happy as a clam. All right, you guys. Love you.
Thanks for tuning in to Kerouacs Cruising.
We're thrilled to have you with us.
We had a blast recording this episode and hope you enjoyed our adventures as much as we enjoyed sharing them.
For more amazing pictures and stories, visit our website and blog at kerouacscruising.com.
And join the conversation on Facebook at Kerouacs Cruising or email us at join@kerouacscruising.com.
We'd love to hear your thoughts and suggestions.
If you enjoyed this episode, please consider liking, subscribing, and leaving us a review.
Your support helps us reach more listeners and allows us to continue sharing our travel experiences with you.
It's a generous favor that means the world to us.
Thank you so much for listening to Kerouacs Cruising.
Until next time, happy travels.